let's start our conversation. Thank you so much for connecting. Welcome to the session and my YouTube channel. How are you?
Thanks. I'm good. What about you? Thanks for asking.
I'm great. Thank you for asking me too. All right. So I think we have been trying for a long time. So let's start with introduction. I would love to know about you. Please introduce.
My name is Ashpal. I'm from UP. I completed my master with political science. My hobbies are reading books, diary writing, and practicing yoga. Actually, I don't like to wear the headphone.
As we have been trying for a long time, I think you also tried many times, and I even when I started my channel that time, you we messaged each other. I think.
I mean, it was the Friday. I was removing, few persons. I mean, removing few person mean, lot of the persons were there in my account. So I was just reviewing them from my account. So then I thought, okay, let me check you once again. It has been almost 6 months back, and I think it was, if I'm not the wrong, it was the June month, maybe
Yeah,
before that. And
exactly.
I thought you are
So that's how I started my journey
right.
of making conversation video. All
And
right.
yes, correct.
Yeah.
And what I was wonder in the sense like when we had like we decide okay we will we would talk then I ask you for your YouTube channels videos. I watch your videos, one of them, and then what happened, I think I can remember that very frankly that you had around 105 the subscriber that time. And and now I see a lot of the exponential growth. I would say not just exponential, it is the manifold, the growth which you have done, and I think Elvis is for that. And definitely you are doing great.
You are absolutely correct. I completed 10,000 subscribers recently. And yeah, I'm quite active on social media even, and I take sessions and also I teach students. So maybe for that reason also. Okay. So what about you? These days, what are you doing?
I'm completely out of the order. I mean, in the sense, I'm totally focusing on my study, and
Are you
I'm
preparing
doing.
for any examination?
Yes, I'm
Competitive.
preparing for, yes, preparing for the civil services because exam is coming very near. So when, as a student, you can relate that when we are coming to the examination, so we feel like a lot of the things we go through. Even
Pressure.
for me, the same thing is also there, fear, and the fear of the failure. That is very much possible for each and every student. So same thing is here. I'm trying to encounter all those things, and but yes, I think it's a part of life. We should enjoy it, and it doesn't mean what happened. It will be happen just to the karma, as per the Lord Krishna.
I wish you the good luck for your examination.
Okay, tell me about yourself.
Ask me question. What do you want to ask?
Okay, yes, yes, okay. So I was asking that is this your passion or you are just doing just for you can say like is this your passion like having the conversational videos? I mean, you are investing your the wholehearted time in YouTube, or do you want to like as a government teacher?
Okay. I would say it's my passion because it became passion now. As I am into English completely, I learn English, I practice English, I teach English, and even I am active on YouTube for English language. So it's my passion, and I want to teach. Even these days, I got inspiration for teaching in my area. A lot of people they don't know English, and even I didn't know English previously because I belong to village and nobody knows properly here. Nobody speaks English. So that's why I started teaching offline. And these days I'm teaching online also. So everything is going well. So I'm
Okay,
quite happy. And I can't tell you that this is only my passion, but I'm studying still in master's. So let's see in future what will happen. But these days completely into English and just focusing in this way here in this language, English or teaching way. Just I'm enjoying this process.
good. Good to think. And so okay, so like as a teacher and even as a student, you are pursuing your master. So how do you manage that? How do you cope up all of these things?
Mhm. I'm managing somehow. It's quite difficult, as you can also understand that I'm doing masters and also teaching online, offline both, and it's quite hectic for me. And managing YouTube also, but still I want to do these things. And if I don't do, then I feel bad. So for 1 month I was not active. Okay, when I completed approx 10,000 subscribers, then I again came. Like 1 month I was not well. My health was not good that time. So I was
Okay.
thinking completely depression. I was not feeling good as I have been learning English and I am touching English. So touch with English. So of course I have to be continue and I'm quite now habituated with this language. If I don't do, then I feel bad. So after recovering myself, I came now again and I'm continuing with this and I'm quite happy to this because I'm doing my work. But one thing I can tell you that I am not able to manage about my study, which is master's. And let me tell you, my examination is very near. After 15 days, I will give my second semester. But still, I haven't studied yet. To be honest, no any syllabus, no any chapter, nothing done. But I'm thinking that within 15 days I will try. And even first semester I did same thing, same way. In first year I was getting proper views. Actually, I that time when I gave my exam, it was the month of June, and that time my video went viral. And I'm quite busy on YouTube, like when we got this type of things, we just go there, dopamine get got we get dopamine. So I was just enjoying that process and I forgot about my exam. And I realized that day, first semester, that I had only 5 days. And within 5 days I tried, like with the help of ChatGPT, and I learned point and things which I tried at best for 5 days, and I did, and I somehow passed. Like I was thinking, like it was good, but I passed, and I was thinking that no, I can't pass, but I fortunately I passed. And this second semester again same thing happened. I thought that after completing my first semester, I would study properly, full heartedly, 6 months completely. But again completed 6 months, and then today I'm here for giving exam after a few days. Later I'll give exam, and I haven't prepared yet. That is my reality actually. And they still I today I started searching syllabus and all things. Okay, so I'm preparing again with ChatGPT. Let's see what
Uh,
will happen, to be honest.
yes, yes, I can relate one thing very. I mean, from you, when I was in my master, I failed. Actually, I failed in the sense I forget my exam. That when is my exam, my last exam, and I was waiting for the result, and I didn't know that I left my examination. But when I got the result, my teacher called me that Raz, where are you? I said I'm at my home. So he called me that come to my home. He's very near to me, and I went there. He saw my result. I was so not nervous. I was just crying because I didn't know that I leave my one paper, and but we have like one chance. I think maybe in the West Bengal also. So I pass out that. And yes, and you also mentioned one very important thing, and you mentioned about depression. So tell me about that because recently, just few months back, it was. I mean, I appeared in my IS exam in May month, and after that, in June, July, I also went into that phase. It is so tough, to reveal to someone else that you are facing that kind of things. Even you like describe to someone that you are facing these things, so no one trust on you. They think that you are trying to distance away, you are trying to I mean stay off from the reality. Although we are very much like we feel sometimes that we want to reveal, we want to share that okay, we are in such a I mean such a deeper things, but no one trust on us. They think that we are running out of our karma, whatever karma we do. So like how do you manage that? Because I can relate that things, depression. Wow, what the danger situation I had. But thanks to God, I came out that. So how did you manage that?
Okay, not that much depression. Just I called it depression, but not that much. But yes, I was getting little bit frustration because I was not active, and I was procrastinating. That okay, I'm not well. Then what can I do? I'll not do today. Tomorrow I'll do. In this way, I continued 1 month, and what I had videos previously in my on my stock, so I used to upload that per month, and completely 1 month I didn't practice, like you can say October, November month. So I was feeling quite depression, but it is not depression, frustration, as I told you. But one thing helped me a lot, teaching. As I told you that I teach English, so I teach children 1 to 9, and then college student 11, 12. I teach, so I feel good if I teach, and I teach English. For that, I was active actually. So I recovered by this teaching. And also I was taking online classes. I was not active on YouTube, but I was teaching. So for that I got good things. And recovery, if I talk about that only, make me happy when I teach English or when I'm active, or which I'm doing. If I do properly, then I feel good. So it is the reason I think. I don't think about any other thing make me happy apart from that. Okay.
I can
So
presume.
teaching and the speaking English make me happy, and like not become frustration or anything kind of things. Uh,
I can presume that those were the mild symptoms for you, but for me it was so dangerous. And we had, no, I mean, I had the groups. I think we used to talk through 3 to 4 person. I mean, so I shared there, with them. So we
did
had
you
the four
face
person, two of
problem?
us.
Did you
Yes,
also
of
face
course, it
problem?
was. Yes, I was such a stake, like it was I can't describe what was the situation of me at that point of time. So I had the groups, thanks to them. They made me very easy to share my thoughts. And maybe you aware about, I watched one videos of you with the Meta, she's a good friend of mine. So I share with her that, like that we had the group session. So I share there. So somehow, they give, some suggestion that you should work in that way. And I start chanting, and that I used to do that, but not that much. And I did a lot of the things coming out of that. But now I think I'm very much balanced. And sometimes it's happened. I think that was the very tough time for me to manage that, because I just failed out that time. And suddenly, because that was my first time in my entire life that I failed. Of course, I failed in my master, but that was intentionally. Like I didn't have that much idea about that. But it was my UPSC exam that hit me a lot. Suddenly, I turned into the depression, and I used to, like sleeping, anxiety, a lot of the things I face.
Okay, yeah, it happens. Like, we should do some activities for this. As I told you that I started teaching, and I was helping people, and I was serving world or some students. For them, I was serving. So I was getting motivation and I was feeling well for that. All right. So if any activities, if we do, then definitely we can recover from that. If we don't do, then we feel depression. If you are doing anything, any activities like yoga, meditation, chanting, and if you go temple, then these things are really helping from these things. If your mind is empty, then I think we feel these things. And most of the
Like,
time, we are in this busy life, and there is no reason. If there is no reason, although we feel depression sometimes, being
right.
being this generation, being a student or being a human, this time we face this problem automatically comes. Like if we are checking social media, and if we are seeing them, if anybody is happy or we are not, sometimes also we get effect from that. So a lot of reasons and for getting effect from the depression on all things. But yeah, still we need to do some activities, curriculum or exercise, workout, meditation, or yoga is also very helpful. And even I did that. What happened? I used to feel suffocated. It means I was not able to take long break properly. All right. So what I did, I started doing yoga, and completely it was just, I can't tell you how much helped me yoga for recovering my this breathing problem. And I recovered that. And that's why I really believe on yoga and meditation exercise and chanting. Even I chant. So yeah, I believe this thing.
Yes, empty mind is like the ghost, ghost totally.
Yeah.
I think it back us in the such a things we really don't want to, to do them. It's happened. So you mentioned about the social media. So you really, I mean, drive the social media. I mean the platforms.
Yes. Exactly. Social
Okay.
media is everything for me. I can say this now because if I talk about offline, there is nothing for me as I'm interconnected with this, and I'm also getting everything from social media. I even learned English from phone using social media platform. So I would say that this is everything for me because in these days a lot of things are happening. We are not getting job, and we are just feeling bad for that being a student. We don't have anything to do. And in our area it happens. A lot of people are not using a still phone and they don't know if they are using, they don't know how to do everything for our life, making career. They don't know. and still they are unemployed, you can say that. And they are just searching job or what they can do, they are not understanding. All right. So after using this phone on social media, I learned how to learn skills or how to learn this English language, how to start my journey of teaching and earning and establish myself. So these things are really great for me.
Just, but I always scare of using the social media platforms. I mean, like the Facebook, Twitters. I never ever use. Even I don't have the feelings for using these. But yes, I
Yeah,
just use.
it depends on you. What are you using? How are you
The
using? Right.
yes,
So I
correct.
use this platform for the learning and teaching and connecting with people. And that's really amazing for me, for my profession, for my everything. And if I use social media for the scrolling videos and watching some videos just randomly, that's not good for me. And I
Right.
completely understand myself and I'm quite manageable person for that.
So do you have like this idea that you will just I mean, this is just for the shorter span, like for having that, so you have very much clear idea that you will dedicate your life just fully the teachings, or do you have any other plans like no that this is just for the shorter span and I will do much more things, I mean more than that, or you just think no, I will just do my teachings. I don't have anything else to go further.
See, I didn't decide about my career or anything previously when I was in college, and I was a very shy girl, and I didn't know how to speak even in front of you. Now I'm speaking, and a lot of people I talked already, 100 plus people on video call, and that was not happening previously. I was so different type of girl. I couldn't speak that time, but I learned speaking. So I can tell you that one thing I decided. So once I decided to teach, I understood that at least I can teach or I can serve. Main motto is what for teaching. At least I can serve the world or a student or anything. My reason is just learning English, not but for the serving world. So I'm not getting any platform b- apart from this like government job or anything. I don't think about or I don't rely with that on government job. I don't rely on government job. But I decided that here, if I'm getting platform for the serving people, of course, I can serve with teaching. So it is my passion, and it can be with me for longer and longer. I don't know about that, but wherever I will or wherever I am, I'll definitely continue with this. And yeah, there are so many things to do. It's not only about teaching, but I want to explore my life. So a lot of things are there. But these days I'm learning. So yeah, teaching is just only way that I am doing and I will do in my life.
Good to know that you don't have like the further plan, more, I mean, other than the teachings. Okay.
Yes, I have. Actually, I love to sing. So I want to sing also, but I don't get time for singing. And I even didn't learn, but I like to sing. Let's see, I'll start singing also and traveling as I told you. And also, a lot of things are there. Let's see what will happen. I don't decide. Actually, I'll try to live present.
Yes.
Present I
I
love to
mean,
live.
yes, I mean, like for everyone, like as a for me also, when I was in my school, even my I mean college, during like the graduation, master, I used to do the comedy, comedy in the sense, just for that. But those things now have been left. It's not times to do the comedy when we are in the tragedy. So how can we do the comedy? And because the comedy is very for very different things, and I guess I think it's a you can say life. Some things, some people, some things we have to leave for the time being. For me, I also miss my comedy because that I used to live with those things, and I'm also missing them. But let's see when things will be better. I think I do
I
hope
also
that.
miss, I also miss singing. But in these days, we can't do, right? We have to make our career first. And these are
Right.
hobbies.
Right. Okay. Let me ask you last questions for you. For me, I would say yes. Of course, I'm the youth. So, like, what do you think about the life? uh, because from my perspective is very different because we are I mean driving in such a phase where a lot of the things are there. We want to be very good life, and of course that is very much certain. One day we will die. That is the one thing which worry me a lot, that why we are doing all of these things. Of course we will achieve something, and after that these things are just for me. for the certain things. So what do you think? So how do you look at how do you, measure the life? What do you think about what is the life?
Mhm. I don't think about life or anything. I am not that much thinking about these things, but I think that if I'm living here in this life, I have one life and I want to serve the world, and I want to care my family and those who are my close one. For them, I want to serve. This is what I want to do because when you give, when you give anyone, then you can take. So life is nothing but if you are serving for your family, for the world, for the society, I think this is the life. If we don't do, then we feel this is the meaningful life, meaningless. If we don't do, then we feel that there is no meaning of the life which we are living here. But when we do everything for family, for the society, and for the world, what we need in one life, this is only we need, right? Like karm karte jao. This is I believe in life, and life is very beautiful. I want to live meaningfully, not meaningless. So yeah, in this way, I feel happy and good. But if I don't do anything, then I feel that my life is not good. What I'm doing here, why I am not doing anything, why people are not knowing me. So if I don't do, then I feel that. But if I do and if I serve, then life is beautiful for me. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Of course, as a teacher, it may be your perspective, but I look at my life. I mean, as a civil servant, for leading the country from here towards, I mean, further. So I look at very differently. Just
Tell me
looking
please
for.
your opinion or your perspective.
Yes, I mean, I look at life very differently. I have noticed so many people. I used to trust on them outside, inside. They have left me. Left in the sense that they are settled down. I'm here, and I believe that they have been settled down. Still, I'm the preparing for that examination, and I see very huge role in the leading the country. I mean, country in the sense because I believe that a lot of the scopes are there when I mean the chosen as a civil servant you have a lot of the things to do because that is my I mean one of the biggest dreams to create my own NGO for working for the common people like serving the foods those are the needy and I am planning for that and we have the groups like as a we are preparing for that exam we have a few my friends from the different state so we are planning that we will crack the examination and after that we will spend some amount of time of our salary and we will create our NGOs and we will provide the even the monies to those who are the needy because I can feel because I'm come from that background my father is a farmer and I can see the I mean the parents they give me money I mean the on the each and every month somehow they manage the things so I believe that because when you are coming from the very poor backgrounds you don't have that much resources so you can feel that how it's so difficult for anyone dowry system I mean as a
I
I look
completely
at
agree.
very
Yes.
just what I was saying, I look like very differently. That everyone has their own interest. Then you have the staggering time, and just betting for my result and creating the NGO for
Definitely,
the
yeah. Mhm. I can understand
yes,
that you are preparing and you have so many things to do. You have dream also, but now you can't do. You have to study properly anyhow. So
uh,
you are busy with that, and of course, like my background is also very poor. You can say I also belong to farmer house. You can say, and it's very difficult. And I also understand these things in my area that they are tea workers, and my mother was also tea worker, but now I don't allow her to do. But yes, we belong to tea garden area here, and everybody that much not educated. A lot of people are not educated. So one thing I feel that I want to educate them in English language, especially what why I think about that because we know Hindi and Bengali language in our area. We speak Bengali and Hindi. So I we know. But one thing if we learn that is international language English, if we learn, then definitely we will upgrade our skill and will go one step more and will definitely achieve some different thing. Even a lot of people are not educated, but if they are learning English language, they are getting a lot of platform or so many career opportunities they are getting. So I feel so I I can serve. That's why I feel as I learn this language, my experience is this language. So if I teach English, definitely student will get help from that. and they
Right.
will also upgrade their skill, because I also belong same area. And main thing I noticed that a student can't speak, they can't express themselves, and I was also that part of students. Okay, so I learned that. How I learned? Because of English, I feel so. Where once I learning like speaking English, then I started speaking. When I was in school, I was not understanding how to speak. I was not even talking with teacher, and we were not communicating properly. In government school, what happens? So that happened with me as well. So I feel that in government school, English we don't learn. It's true.
Right.
We learn as a subject. So at
Right.
least I am in government or not, but yes, I will teach in my platform, English platform like YouTube, or in my institute I teach. As a in this way I think and I teach students. That's why, because they have to learn English. They know Hindi, Bengali, but they don't know English, and they can face problem in future, isn't it?
Yes, correct. Bengali language is very tough, and nowadays I'm learning Bengali. It's a very very tough, and I can feel
Absolutely. It's very tough.
very tough. And for me, coming from the Hindi backgrounds, then learning this language, um, I'm also like, but I believe that whenever if we are like desirous for anything, we can learn. And yes,
Okay. No, Hindi language is very easy, but I feel so Bengali is quite difficult for me as well.
you
When I
also.
was in school life, that time like I'm not Bengali, so I started learning Bengali in my 10th class, 9th, 10th class, because before that I didn't know properly. I knew Hindi, but I didn't know Bengali properly. And in government school, very small school, I studied, and there I didn't learn properly language. First, what happened? What should we learn? Language. Then only we can understand, isn't it? In our school, we don't know that language, but we study subjects in that language. And Bengali was also very difficult for me to learn. And till 9th class, I didn't know properly Bengali. Then 10th class, I did study hard. Then I learned Bengali. And 10th, 11th, 12th, I learned Bengali. Then properly Hindi I learned. In this way I did. And now completely English. So three languages I learned. And it is not my language. So I learned that.
So you are from West Bengal. Still, you didn't know the I mean Bengali that much.
No, no, I know, completely I know. But when I was
Not
in child,
yeah. Yes.
when I was in child,
That's what I'm
that
asking.
time I didn't know.
Okay, because I'm from the Hindi background. I mean, my native language is the Hindi, so I know Hindi. I mean, the since the beginning in the sense since my birth. And you didn't know. Okay, so would you share any the tips for the Bengali language that how I can learn this language so easily? I'm not easily, but of course I will have to
See,
put some perspective.
I studied this language. It means my medium was Bengali, so that's why I learned. But the previous earlier, when I was in childhood, that time we were not focusing study. We were just belong to village area. So I think you also can understand that in a school like primary school,
I
you
can.
don't study properly, isn't it? So I didn't
I,
study. I didn't focus properly in primary school, and I was not even doing any tuition and anything. So when I went ninth class, that time I focused study properly, and that time I realized that Bengali language I have to learn. Then I have to gain good marks, right? So in 10th class, I did hard work in ninth, and then 10th class, 11th, 12th, I studied properly, and even I gained good marks. Otherwise, previously, before 9th class, I was not good student because I was not focusing in study. Because people in school, we don't learn any language. We learn
right.
only subject, right? It
Yes.
happens with a lot of people.
Yes.
They can
Yes.
understand this.
You are teacher. I was thinking that you would have been good student, like me, because I have been. I took my studies seriously after I mean when I came to my college. Before that, I was like very backbencher, used to be beaten by the teachers like that much. Not that much, but yes, I was thinking that because what I believe when I look at the teacher, I feel that oh very serious because my teacher is so serious. But you said that okay, but I think they can't define us who we are really. And what I believe that more than the other numbers are the personality, matter does the matter. That how we take anything. I have seen my lot of the friends, they are, such a short tempers, although I'm the short temper too. and they are like, they sometimes they behave like uneducated. They are educated, but they behave like uneducated, and then they look at so many things very, I mean, very differently. What Although we have the same background, and my perspective is very different for different things, and they also have their perspective very differently, on the same things. Like if we have to discuss about the something, so they will give their own argument, I will give my own argument, but ultimately the we will be on the right path. But what I believe that sometimes people judge the numbers. For me also, that people ask me generally, because I complete my BA, so people ask me that you complete your BA, what BA generally does. I mean, I mean the girls are, they pursue the BA, that is the mindset. So I have tried to maintain this, that I complete my graduation, I don't reveal that okay, I'm with the BA, because it is looked at very indifferently and very inferiority complex by the people's VA as a subject. But I used to love the BA, although I'm from the science background, but I pick up BA because I was very much the passionate for my the civil services.
Exactly. Nowadays, also people think like that. We used to think when I was in school that time, if we don't take science, then we are not good student. If we
Yeah.
take science, then we are good student. It happens in government school, isn't it? And
Yes.
very few people take science background.
So what was your college like? College, I mean, your, I mean the what I would say. I mean, your the graduation college, because I mean government college. Okay,
Yes.
yes. I mean, it's a very amazing. The teacher, the professor, they used to say that to me, that don't come to the college, just talk to us on the WhatsApp, and we will send you things. They deny us to come to the college, and whenever is there is like that any speech, the program. So they used to ask us to come there. Otherwise, so the oblivion teachers so careless about us, and that is the reason what I believe that we are shaping our personality now. Otherwise, we would have been very good orator, because we didn't get that much environment for speaking in the sense developing the personality, which
Exactly.
we I think we should do at a school. When we are in the school, even the college also, the school was like totally the disgusting,
Mm,
not of course we somewhere we would have been the responsible for that.
yeah, exactly. And also, environment is matter there. Our areas matter.
Yes.
Like if you belong to village, then you can what can we expect from village, isn't it?
Yes, yes, people look at so many things.
Yeah,
Yes,
exactly. And even so many schools should follow language also. Language is also very important, and it's kind of barrier for the career making and for the developing our skills and personality. Very
yes.
important.
Yes, a very important thing which I'm just sharing with you. When I was in my master, not master, in my graduation, last year I had the English literature. So my teacher, my school teacher, not my my personal mentor. So I asked a English word. I was very much confused. Sir, what is the meaning of that word? He gave the wrong, the answer of that. I mean, the sense of that. And when I was learning this language, and so last year I understood the what is the exact meaning of that word. So our teacher asked, teachers are like that. They didn't, they don't know what is the meaning of that, and they call themselves teacher. But as a teacher, we should respect them. A lot of the
Yes.
things which are, although I think what I believe that our education system is not so good, it make us silly.
Yeah, then, teacher also get this problem because they also belong the same environment, same
Yeah.
area, and so they also grow in this way. So what can they do, right? It's
Okay,
not
so
their
tell me one thing.
perspective. It's going
Tell me
on
one thing. Yes.
one by one.
So do you have anything, have you remember anything which you believe that from your school life to your college life, even till recently, that has been very funny for you? Like any mistakes, and any moment, particular moment? Because I'm just remembering one moment of my life, so I thought, okay, let me ask you the same thing to you.
Yes, yes, definitely. So we'll definitely join again. I think we have so many things to share. You also talk a lot, and I also. We can just have conversation on any other day as well, because the one conversation is not sufficient to complete everything, right? Once
Exactly.
we start speaking and once we learn English, we speak a lot. So
Right.
it happens, isn't it? I also
Yes.
want to talk about your journey of learning English. So next day we'll definitely try to connect and we'll talk about our journey of English. And yes, what did you ask? That is also we'll discuss.
Yes.
All right, and thank you so much for connecting. It was a great session, I would say. And yeah, we'll definitely connect. Hopefully, we will definitely connect soon.
Yes, I would.
For
I
sure, but
think
I think you are preparing your exam. You are preparing your exam. So I would say that focus on your exam right now. It's near as you mentioned to me. So first focus on exam and clear. I would not say that give exam, but I would say that clear your attempt. Then definitely you can do a lot of things on YouTube. But first is your vision what? That is clearing exam, right? So little bit talk with people that much don't talk because now it's very important to study properly.
sure.
Okay.
Yes, okay, I got it.
Okay. All right then. Thank you so much. Good night.